Okay. So we are now recording, and welcome to the final Dinner with Dr. Felch meeting of 2021. If you can believe it, we've almost made it to the end of the calendar year and the end of the first semester of this school year. We are going to have Miss Cindy, one of our amazing office assistants, translate for the meeting today.
Yes. Bienvenidos al Dinner with Dr. Felch. Sería el último de diciembre. Como sabemos, el próximo sería hasta el próximo año.
And this will be, it'll be a concise meeting. It'll be a little shorter because I want to try to get to the PTO meeting a little sooner than 6 o'clock, so a few more people can attend. But we still have some very important things that we want to get through as we wrap up the end of 2021 and look ahead to 2022.
Okay, so vamos a tratar de hacer esta junta un poquito más corta porque sabemos que hay otra junta de PTO después de pero sí va a decir algunas cosas importantes antes de empezar la próxima junta.
So at first, we have some announcements in just a second. Again, I want to share some important announcements that are coming up very soon, as well as some things that are coming up over the next month. We are going to talk about uniforms. I have been sending out a number of talking points messages talking about uniforms and what exactly are the expectations, what is the timeline, and so on. I'm also going to go through a reflection over this first semester, over the first half of this school year, all of the things that we have accomplished in just these first 4 months of the school year. And then we'll have some question and answer period at the end before we transition on to the PTO meeting.
Okay, so lo que vamos a hablar sobre estas juntas va a ser algunos anuncios que tenemos sobre la escuela y también como información de los uniformes, como ya hemos mandado como mensaje que nos ha llegado los uniformes y reflexiones sobre el primer semestre de los 4 meses pasados y unas preguntas antes de empezar la junta de PTO.
So as we begin our announcements, the first thing, and I shared this last month in the Dinner with Dr. Felch meeting, and we actually had our counselor, Mr. Montoya, here to present, but we are starting our Honor Council in January. We are still getting interest from parents, students, and staff from all grade levels in each of the schools, Condor, Heritage, and Meridian. If you want to participate or sit on this honor council, that is really making sure that we are focusing and building a culture based on honor and prestige, because I know that's something that we all agree on, and we want to make sure that we are doing that in coordination together with all stakeholders. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so para enero estamos trabajando como honor con el consolador. So eso va a empezar en enero. Si está interesado en eso, podemos contactar la oficina para poder decirle al señor Montoya, nuestro consolador, que están interesados. Como eso es una cosa que estamos trabajando ahorita y hemos mirado que mucha gente está interesado.
Also tomorrow, in less than 24 hours, we have our winter concert. We are absolutely thrilled and are looking forward to our winter concert. It has been 2 years since we've been able to have our concert in person. And I know Miss Gallardi and our Vista musicians have been working extremely hard preparing for this. And I was able to get a sneak peek earlier this week as we were rehearsing in the sanctuary, and it is going to be amazing. The musicians are extremely excited, and you are not going to want to miss it. So it is tomorrow, and Condor, the elementary concert starts at 4:00. We're asking all parents to drop off their kids at 3:30 p.m. if they are performing in the concert. And then for Heritage and Meridian, the middle school, high school concert is going to start at 5:00. Oh, and I'm sorry, that was a typo. 4:30 is when we want the middle school and high school students to be dropped off. Remember that tomorrow is a Friday, so we have an early dismissal. If your child is not in the after school program, we do ask that you still pick them up or that they take transportation home and then you bring them back at the time that they need to be dropped off for the concert.
Okay. Y como sabemos, mañana va a ser nuestro concierto de invierno. Estamos muy emocionados porque, bueno, ya tienen como lo que pasó con la pandemia. Los músicos han estado trabajando mucho, como sabemos, nuestra maestra de música, Miss Galardi, también están trabajando muy duro para este concierto. Como sabemos, para Condor, empezará a las 4 de la tarde y queremos que si los padres, por favor, pueden dejar a los estudiantes a las 3:30 para que ellos se puedan preparar. Y para Heritage y Meridian también empieza eso a las 5. Y si podemos dejar a los estudiantes a la escuela a las 4:30, si pueden recoger a sus niños al horario que deben de salir temprano. Sabemos que los viernes es día modificados. Los de Condor salen a las 12:45 y los de Heritage y Meridian a las 1:20. Si los podemos recoger con tiempo y ya cuando sea para dejar a sus estudiantes para el tiempo de concierto, para que los dejen a las 3:30 o 4:30.
And as a reminder, we will also be live streaming the concert. So if for any reason you cannot make it here in person, we are going to be live streaming it. So you can watch it live on our YouTube page, or we will also, through the live stream, we will be recording it. So you can also watch it later as well on our YouTube page.
Ok, como un recordatorio, si no puede existir al concierto, sí lo vamos a estar grabando en vivo en nuestro canal de YouTube. Por si no pueden existir, lo vamos a estar grabando para que también puedan estar mirando con nosotros.
And I believe those live stream links are scheduled to be sent out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I believe Ms. Galardi is sending those out tomorrow morning.
Ok, y la maestra Galardi va a estar mandando esos enlaces. Van a estar listos por mañana en la mañana.
Next Monday, we're also having our first ever Condor Pep Rally in our gymnasium at 2 p.m. Usually we have our assemblies every month in the sanctuary. We're switching it up a little bit. We're going to raise the energy and have some fun games with all of the Condor classes. And so I invite all Condor parents, if you would like to come and join, you can come at 2 p.m. next Monday to join in the fun in the pep rally in the gymnasium.
Okay. Y como sabemos, el Condor va a tener su primer pep rally, que es como una asamblea, y van a hacer como cosas divertidas, como tener juegos con los estudiantes. Y si por si en caso que quiera asistir, va a ser para el día lunes, el 13 de diciembre, a las 2 de la tarde, y va a ser en el gimnasio de la escuela.
We also, if you are interested, have a board meeting for all of Vista. It is on Zoom, but you can also come to our school and attend it here live in our conference room right by the main office. And that is also on Monday at 5 p.m.
Okay, y también vamos a tener una junta tratándose de la escuela. Igual sería ese día el lunes a las 5 de la tarde. Si quiere existir, va a ser ahí en la escuela, en el cuarto de conferencias, o también lo puede ver virtual.
Then next week is our last week before winter break, which also means we have a lot of fun activities, especially towards the end of the week. And highlighted by Vista University. This is something that our middle school and high school do every single year, the last day of school. Oftentimes in schools, you'll see teachers just showing movies and things like that on the last day of school because grades are being turned in and so on. Here, we do this really cool thing called Vista University, where teachers teach classes that they're very passionate about, whether it is like sewing, or I think one of our teachers is doing snow globe making, or teaching like French or something else that they might not be able to learn otherwise. But just during this day, they're able to learn those other things, and teachers and students absolutely love it. So we will be doing that on Friday, next Friday, December 17th.
Ok, y como algo muy divertido que vamos a hacer el último día de la escuela antes de nuestras vacaciones de invierno, que sería diciembre 17. Normalmente como hay unas maestras que antes de que vayan los niños a vacaciones, les ponen películas o les ponen a hacer juegos, pero para nosotros es algo más diferente que hacemos cada año. Que los maestros y los estudiantes tienen la oportunidad como de aprender cómo remedar, cómo a hablar como francés, otro lenguaje, o hacer como actividades nuevas que ellos pueden aprender.
And next Friday is also the end of the first semester for Heritage and Meridian. Remember that Condor is on trimesters and Heritage and Meridian are on semesters. And so this is going to be the end of the second quarter, the end of the first semester. And as a result, next week, we will be mailing home report cards for our middle school and high school students.
Okay. Y como sabemos también ese viernes 17 de diciembre va a ser el último primer mes del semestre para Heritage y Meridian. Y como sabemos, Condor va a ser trimestre. So, vamos a estar mandando como cartas de reportes para la próxima semana para los estudiantes.
We are also hosting a COVID vaccine clinic after school next Friday, December 17th. This is going to be done after dismissal. This actually was just finalized today. The OC Healthcare Agency was over here. It is going to be in our gymnasium. It is not going to be mandatory, but we want to offer a choice and we want to offer convenience for families that do want to have their children vaccinated now that it has been approved for ages 5 and up. We are going to be offering first doses, second doses, as well as booster shots. And this is going to be available for all students, again, ages 5 and up. And it's also going to be available for staff to get their booster shots if they need it. And any parents, if any parents would like to get any of the vaccines, they are also able to do so in our gymnasium after school. I will be sending out more information next week as we get closer to that. Again, it was just finalized today. And again, I've received a lot of questions about if we are going to be requiring vaccinations or not. We are not going to be requiring vaccinations, but we do want to offer choice. That is very important. We are a school of choice as a charter school, and we want to offer a choice in terms of vaccines because I do understand that parents feel certain ways, and I want to respect that.
Okay, perfect. So, como sabemos, el día de hoy fue finalizado que para el viernes, que es diciembre 17, por fin vamos a tener como una clínica de vacunas de COVID y eso va a ser para cualquier estudiante, papás, cualquier gente que quiera venir a la escuela a agarrar la vacuna. Va a ser en el gimnasio, como digo, 17 de diciembre es el viernes. Y so dice el director que por el momento es opcional, no lo va a ser mandatorio porque él quiere respetar, porque hay muchos papás que están preguntando y él quiere respetar decisiones que hay algunos padres que sí quieren y no quieren. So, si gustan ir, vamos a mandar más información para dejarles saber cómo va ¿cómo se va a tratar todo eso? So se va a tomar después de escuela para cualquier padre que gusta venir. Va a ser allí en el gimnasio de la escuela.
Then it's finally winter break. It seems like we only have 6 days of school left, but there's a lot going on before winter break. Our winter break is 3 weeks long. It's actually 3 weeks and 1 day. So it starts on December 20th. It goes through Christmas, New Year's, and then the first week into 2022 in January. And then we actually still have a day off for students on Monday, January 10th. That is the day that all of our staff is coming back to make sure that we are all ready to go to return to school on January 11th. So we will be returning back from winter break. Our first day of school after winter break will be January 11th, 2022.
Okay, y por fin ya se está acercando nuestro break de invierno. Eso, las vacaciones. Empezarían diciembre 20 hasta enero 10. So eso va a ser 3 semanas y un día nada más porque el 10 de enero va a haber como algo para los maestros que ellos tienen que hacer. So regresarían los estudiantes a la escuela enero 11.
And then our next meetings, the next dinner with Dr. Felch, is that first Thursday that we're back in January. So it will be January 13th at 5 p.m. again, right here on Zoom. And then the next in-person meeting after tomorrow's tamales with the principal will be Friday, January 14th at 9 a.m. And again, that will be in person. That will be pozole with the principal.
Okay. So nuestra próxima junta sería cena con el director Felch. Sería un jueves, enero 13 a las 5 de la tarde y el siguiente día sería el pozole con el director y sería un viernes, enero 14 a las 9 de la mañana.
So the next thing that we are going to talk about is uniforms. Uniforms have been an ongoing saga this entire school year, and we have probably been talking about it every single month. We've had different updates. Luckily, last month we had the update that we finally had our uniforms, and so they are here during this entire month of December. We have been selling uniforms. So polo shirts and jackets are currently being sold in our main office. And so we have every size, every color for each of our grade levels. So I want to make sure that everyone knows to please, if you don't already have enough polo shirts and jackets, you can now come and purchase them in the main office. We do accept both cash and credit card. So if you would prefer to pay with credit card, we accept that.
Okay, y como por fin ya sabemos que hay muchos papás que han estado preguntando cuándo nos iban a llegar los uniformes y con suerte ya nos han llegado el mes pasado. So como ya sabemos que ya estamos vendiendo las camisas polos y las chaquetas y las sudaderas. So si gustaría comprar eso, puede pasar cualquier día a la oficina. Y si no tienen suficientes camisas, pueden pasar a la oficina con mucho gusto y comprar más. Como sabemos, aceptamos tarjetas y cash. So cuando gusten venir a la oficina, por favor, pasen a comprar sus uniformes.
And as I was communicating, when we return, we're selling uniform shirts and jackets during the month of December. When we return from winter break on January 11th, we are going to expect and require all students to be in full uniform every single day. So we are giving these 3 weeks to make sure that everyone has uniforms. And so then starting in 2022 through the rest of the year, we will be expecting full uniforms.
Okay, y como ya sabemos cuando, como estamos vendiendo los uniformes, hemos estado dando estas 3 semanas para que los niños todos puedan comprar sus uniformes. So, va a ser mandatorio que cada estudiante tenga todo uniforme, que es la camisa y el pantalón, o sea, short negro, para cuando regresemos de nuestra semana de descanso, sería enero 11. So, vamos a dar esas 3 semanas para que los estudiantes puedan ganar todos sus uniformes, para que se haga mandatorio enero 11, que todos los niños tengan su uniforme.
And if you are a 9th grade parent from Meridian, you might be asking about uniforms. 9th graders, as it was at the beginning of the year, will be required to follow the dress code. And so that does include a collared shirt, unless it is approved by administration. So for example, on Wednesdays, we have collared shirt days. And so you can avoid wearing a collared shirt if you are wearing a college shirt. And that is also the case for Condor and Heritage. Every single student on Wednesdays, and this is every single Wednesday throughout the school year, if you or your child is wearing a college shirt from any college in the United States, your child can be or does not have to wear a uniform shirt. We also have college shirts available for sale in our front office, or on our website. You can also order and request a uniform. I want to remind Meridian of the motto that we use, that we want our high schoolers to dress for the job you want, not for the job you have. And so again, Meridian will be expected to follow the dress code, which includes a collared shirt every single day.
Okay, y como sabemos, para Meridian, los del noveno grado, muchos papás han estado preguntando sobre el uniforme. Estamos requiriendo que todos los estudiantes tengan una camisa de cuello, y el miércoles sería el único día que se tendrían que poner su camisa de colegio, que es cuando no tienen camisa de cuello. Pero a partir de los miércoles, cuando se ponen camisa de colegio, tienen que tener su camisa de cuello todos los días.
And you might be asking, what is the uniform? So I actually clipped our uniform policy from our parent-student handbook from Vista. And so again, this reiterates that all students are expected and required to wear their appropriate Vista uniform every single day. That includes the correct color Vista polo shirt. And then if they are going to wear a sweatshirt or a jacket over their polo shirt, it must be a Vista sweatshirt or jacket. And we have a variety of options, especially as we go through the winter months and it is cold outside. We want to provide different options of Vista shirts and jackets. But our students may also wear a t-shirt or long sleeve shirt underneath their polo shirt. So if they want to wear a white or black long sleeve shirt underneath, that is okay, as long as they're wearing their polo shirt and that is showing. Students must be wearing dark color bottoms, whether it is pants, shorts, skirts, and so on. And so make sure that it is a dark colored bottom. And again, make sure that it isn't too high. So you can read through this, but this is our uniform policy that is in our parent-student handbook.
Ok, so una cosa que el director está diciendo es que todos los estudiantes deben de tener su uniforme. Debe de, si quiere, puede ponerse como el frío está aquí, puede ponerse un suéter, pero el suéter tiene que tener el logo de nuestra escuela. También diríamos que si se quiere poner, tiene que ser también la camisa de la escuela, Y si se quiere poner como una camisa abajo, tiene que ser blanca o negra, camisa de manga larga sobre abajo de la camisa de cuello de nuestra escuela. También igual, los pantalones de abajo pueden ser short, pants, o pantalones de mezclilla, pero tiene que ser color oscuro solamente.
All right. Moving on to the first semester reflection. So again, reflecting back on this school year so far, looking at the things that we have experienced as well as achieved. So the first thing that, and the first few things are what this school year brought. So the first and most obvious one was that we were transitioning back to full-time in-person learning. And last year was definitely a year unlike any other. And so whether you were at Vista or at another school, it was a difficult year. And so a lot of the transition this year has been restoring a lot of the routines and procedures of being in a classroom and being back at a school with all of your friends and classmates.
Okay. Y como sabemos que el año pasado era como un año muy difícil, yendo a la escuela Vista o yendo a otra escuela, como sabemos que ha sido pues un año muy difícil porque como los estudiantes han transido a diferentes como niveles, como ahorita estamos yendo como para atrás a la escuela en persona. Y pues sí, es un tiempo ahorita más diferente que los estudiantes estén en la escuela presentes. Y esperemos que sigan las cosas así.
The next thing is, if you can believe it, we moved into our new building, our new office, new classrooms, and we're so excited to be in this new space, new gymnasium, and really being able to use it to its full extent. And so that is something that, reflecting back, is something that I feel like I often take for granted, but we're just so appreciative to have this new beautiful space to use every single day.
Y como sabemos, estamos muy agradecidos de tener un nuevo edificio, una nueva oficina, nuevos salones, un nuevo especialmente gimnasio, poder estar ahí adentro y disfrutar de lo que tenemos. Es algo muy especial para nosotros este año de poder estrenar nuestro nuevo edificio.
Also, this is the first year of Vista Meridian. And so the first year we have had ninth grade in high school. And it has been really exciting with our ninth graders. In fact, just a few hours ago, we had our first presidential debate, our ninth grade presidential debate, which was also live streamed. And all of our middle school and high schoolers participated in it. And it was just such a great sight to see. And we're thrilled to have our high schoolers, as we continue to grow and build the full K-12 system, to ensure that our students can have a Vista education from the start of elementary school all the way until they finish high school and go off to college.
Estamos muy emocionados de por fin tener los estudiantes del 9 grado. Es algo muy especial para nosotros porque el día de hoy tuvieron un debate de presidencia y también eso lo grabamos para un video. Y es algo muy especial para nosotros de tener un comienzo de TK hasta el 9 grado. Estamos muy emocionados de tenerlos con nosotros y es algo muy divertido, igual como con los estudiantes y nosotros estar alrededor de ellos.
We also, if you can believe it, had 15 new teachers and 44 new staff members starting this year. And so again, as we grew into ninth grade, for example, there were a lot of new teachers that came on board, but also as we continued to grow and expand and come back from COVID, there were a lot of new staff that were coming in. And so we're thrilled to have such amazing staff at every level, whether it's teachers, TAs, office, custodial, supervision, you name it. We have an awesome staff. And so we have a lot of new staff members that we were able to welcome to the Vista family this year.
Okay. Y como sabemos, estamos muy contentos de anunciar que de nuevo tenemos 15 nuevos maestros y 44 miembros trabajando en la escuela. Después de COVID, de regresar, hemos tenido nuevos miembros trabajando en la escuela, siendo maestros, trabajando en la oficina, trabajando custodian, los de supervisión. Estamos emocionados pues de tener a todos en la escuela por fin después de regresar de COVID, pues tener nuevas cosas.
Also at the beginning of the year, and I'm going back through memory lane here, one or two things each month. Back in August, actually July, August, when we were just starting the school year, our school was actually featured on the news for a few reasons. One here, we were actually featured on ABC 7 News for our partnership, and we were the first school in the state of California to partner with this new innovative company called Vyv, VYV, to install antimicrobial lights on our buses. And these lights actually helped kill viruses, including the virus that causes COVID, on surfaces to make sure that we're doing everything possible to keep our kids safe. And one of the concerns that I kept hearing as we were coming back from COVID was, especially with transportation, a lot of our parents rely on transportation to get their kids to school, but they wanted to make sure that our kids were safe in our vans, in our buses. And so we made sure to do that. And ABC 7 News caught a hold of this, and they wanted to feature us on that.
Y como sabemos, como en julio o en agosto, salimos en las noticias ABC 7, porque nos patrocinamos con unos de tecnología que instalaron uno de anticorrios como una luz para los bases, y nosotros somos la primera escuela del estado de tener esta oportunidad de experimentar esto. Como sabemos, muchos papás están como preocupados de que sus hijos se suban en el bus con los estudiantes y tener contacto y tener como esta cosa que es la luz de anticombrios. Ayuda mucho para que como especialmente con lo de COVID, nos ayuda bastante, especialmente para los papás que se preocupan bastante de sus hijos. Es una nueva cosa que nosotros estamos contentos de compartir también como ustedes y los estudiantes.
Also, and a lot of this is hats off to our athletic director, Mr. Jimenez, but our Vista athletics are absolutely taking off. And as a sports fan myself, as a former athlete and a former coach, I love seeing this. And it's also something, especially when we have home games, it is so thrilling to be able to watch our Vista athletes. And so whether it is girls volleyball, boys volleyball will be later in the year. We have soccer, boys and girls basketball. We have flag football. And that's just this first half of the year. And this is at both the middle school and the high school level. And so we are so thrilled to celebrate our Vista athletics as we have finishing off the first half of the year.
Okay. Y como sabemos, como el director está compartiendo, que estamos muy contentos de nuestro equipo de atléticos, a él siendo como un coach, a él le gusta mucho el deporte, le encanta ver los juegos de como cuando las niñas juegan voleibol o los niños juegan voleibol o basketball, sea fútbol americano. Él está muy contento de ver los juegos porque él está viendo que los estudiantes hacen muy bien y él está muy orgulloso de ver que los estudiantes sean atléticos y parte de nuestros equipos que estamos teniendo en la escuela, especialmente viendo los juegos que tenemos en la escuela.
Oh, and I can't forget cheer. We have an amazing cheer team too. I absolutely can't forget our cheer team led by Miss Grubbs.
Ahí también no nos podemos olvidar de nuestras poristas.
Also, back in October, we started our partnership and fundraiser with the Cal United Strikers, local soccer team in Irvine, professional soccer team, to have their first Vista Day. And thank you for everyone who helped with the fundraiser, who came out to the game. We had kids sing the national anthem. We had kids that received awards on the field. We had kids that were able to play at halftime on the field. And it was just a really fun day all around.
Y como sabemos que nos patrocinamos con los Cal United Strikers, que los que estaban jugando fútbol, el director quiere dar sus gracias para todos los que nos ayudaron y participaron para el Vista Day, que sea cuando los niños estaban cantando, los niños que ganaron sus premios, los niños que tuvieron la oportunidad de jugar en el campo con los jugadores de fútbol.
Our PTO, our Padres Unidos de Vista, have done an amazing job, especially with the leadership through our PTO president, Ms. Cristina Flores. And in just its first fundraiser, raised over its whole year goal, and raised $4,500 in just one fundraiser. And I know with how much excitement and how much knowledge and experience is on the PTO, that even though we've done a great job, the best is still yet to come. And I'm just so proud of how all of our parents have come together and have just done such an amazing job with our PTO.
Y como sabemos, para nuestros Padres Unidos estamos muy orgullosos, especialmente con Cristina, que nos ha ayudado tanto. Hemos podido ganar con todos los fundraisers 4,500 en total con nuestro primer fundraiser que hemos tenido. Como dice el director, está muy orgulloso porque fue nuestro primer fundraiser que hemos tenido y eso es pues mucho para nosotros.
I can't forget about what our teachers are doing, the amazing work that they're doing in the classroom. And I could do multiple slides on all of the projects and really cool activities that I've seen, but just a few snapshots, one from each school. So for example, in 7th grade, they did a Mars rover project, and we did this egg drop, and it was so much fun. I mentioned that earlier today, we had our presidential election, and our 9th graders have been campaigning all around the school for at least a month now. And then our 4th graders have been creating, marketing, and selling items through a fundraiser through their 4th grade holiday shop. And those are just, again, a few snapshots of the really creative class projects that our teachers have created. And there, again, is so much more in every single classroom that is happening.
Y también queremos compartir como los proyectos que han estado haciendo las maestras, como los del 7 grado, como hicieron como un Mars rover, que era como tirar como un huevo de una altura, y como los del 9º grado, como hicieron la presidencia, la elección presidencia, y luego los del 4º grado como han estado juntando dinero, como haciendo una tienda de holiday, como navideño, y él dice que él puede compartir muchas cosas y puede mostrar muchas cosas de proyectos que las maestras han estado haciendo. Y él siente muy orgulloso de todo.
I can't forget our garden project that has started, and I have to thank our parents again for uh, keeping it going during Thanksgiving break. And so our garden that is proudly showcased in the front of the school was made possible from a donation from the Whole Kids Foundation, but again was able to be sustained through the love and care and work from our staff, our students, and our parents.
También quiere compartir sobre nuestro jardín que tenemos ahí en la escuela. Gracias por la donación a la persona que nos donó, que se llama Whole Foods Foundation, el que está orgulloso porque dice que por el cariño, por el amor, por el cuidado que hemos dado sobre nuestro jardín, todavía sigue. Pero sí estamos orgullosos de tener nuestro jardín y por ustedes como padres, estudiantes y miembros de la escuela por ayudarnos y seguir este jardín pues vivo.
We've also partnered with Latino Health Access to help train our own student mental health ambassadors. Mental health has really affected many people around the Vista community, around the world, especially during this pandemic, and being able to train not only staff but also students to help others get through and promote a positive mental health is so important, and I can't overstate how important that has been.
Y también que nos hemos patrocinado con Latino Health, que es salud mental, y por entrenar a nuestros estudiantes como sobre muchas cosas importantes, como de lo que ha pasado con la pandemia. Los han entrenado como trabajar con otros trabajar con otros estudiantes que han pasado por por cosas difíciles sobre la pandemia. Estamos muy orgullosos de trabajar con ellos y hacer también los estudiantes igual que los miembros de la escuela que aprendan nuevas cosas.
And I don't know how much I've shared this, but we have also recently, in this past month, received a $250,000 grant to build out our high school pathways with cybersecurity, international business, and biomedical science, and an additional $100,000 grant to partner with UC Irvine for our high school pathways as well. And so again, we are being recognized, and these are going to help make sure that when we build out our new high school, which I will talk about that in the next slide, we will have these funds to really make state-of-the-art programs.
Okay, y dice que no sabe qué cuántas veces ha compartido esto, pero hemos recibido $250,000 para hacer como nuestro edificio de high school, como electivos, y 100,000 también hemos patrocinado con el colegio de Irvine para nuestro también nuevo high school para los electivos que vamos a estar teniendo.
And as we enter 2022 in a few weeks and beyond, we have a lot to look forward to and a lot to be excited about. We've already, as you saw, accomplished a lot, but there's still more work to be done and a lot to look forward to. I'm going to give a little tease that we should have some extremely big news in January. I unfortunately can't share the news quite yet because it's not finalized, but just wait until the Dinner with Dr. Felch meeting in January, and we will be sharing some very big news that should be occurring over winter break. But even as we look ahead to 2022, I mentioned the high school, for example. We are in the process of acquiring a new location for the high school because the high school will actually be moving in about a year and a half to its new location, not too far away from here, because this site will be for just Condor and Heritage up to 8th grade, and then nearby will be our brand new high school building as well. And we will be using those grant funds to make sure that we are building state-of-the-art facilities for our high school. So again, a lot to really look forward to at all levels, Condor, Heritage, and Meridian as we move forward.
Okay. Y como dice el director que en muy pocas semanas vamos a estar moviéndonos para el próximo año, que es 2022. Dice que él está emocionado de compartir con ustedes. No les puede decir qué va a ser, pero porque no ha sido finalizado, pero sí lo va a compartir para el próximo, la próxima junta, que sería en enero. Sí va a compartir algo muy emocionante con ustedes, que él está contento. So dice que con los fondos que recibimos, sí vamos a estar teniendo un high school, un nuevo edificio. No va a ser tan lejos de aquí, va a ser cerca, pero sí va a haber un nuevo edificio. Como en 1 año y medio vamos a tener un nuevo edificio. Vamos a poder finalizar ese edificio con ustedes muy pronto, pero como él dice, muchas cosas se están acercando este año. Cosas importantes que nosotros queremos compartir con ustedes.
All right. And so at this point, I am going to stop recording and we are going to open it up for questions. So I am stopping.